Finally, somebody has spoken. Finally, somebody has woken up and called out the nonsense that nilikuwa naanza kuona pale ODM. Finally, somebody has been courageous enough to call out the nonsense that nilikuwa naona pale kwa ODM. Because vile ODM ilikuwa inaenda, things were not going right. Ilikuwa imefika mahali, we are starting to see people like Ruth Odinga having some sense of entitlement in ODM. People like Winnie Odinga having some sense of entitlement in ODM, whereby they think they can lecture people simply because Ruth Odinga feels like she's a sister to Raila Odinga and a sister to Oburu Odinga. They feel like she feels like now she has more voice than anybody in that party. The time had come to call out the nonsense because it was too much. And I'm happy that Mbadi got that courage to call out things for the way they are. Able have a listen into this.
Let me be candid. I know, and I agree with my colleagues, that we have been called upon to speak freely and honestly. Let me tell you, the problem which is going to hit ODM is not the splinter group. It is you. It is me who is here and is not sure where you want to go. We have many of you here who are not sure whether to join the so-called Linda Wananchi or to remain here and support the mainstream ODM. And you come here and you pretend that you want ODM to be united. I have been around for a while. I did not start politics with ODM. I have been around from the time we had a party called Ford. I have been around when it became Ford Kenya. I have been around when we formed the NDP. I have been around when we formed the LDP. I have been around when we went into NAC. I have been around when we formed ODM. There is no single time when you see people who have made a resolve to divide the party and they stay in the party. It is impossible. Let us not pretend. Let us see how to get the best out of this party. Give me any example. When people decided to divide Ford, attempts were made. Elders met. Leaders met. They still went. Shikuku went. Matiba went. They left. When people decided to divide Ford Kenya, they left. You cannot bring them back. When someone takes a microphone and says that he's acting party leader, that is not a person who will come back to the mainstream party. You are pretending, you are lying to yourself. Let us see how we can help the mainstream ODM solidify across the country so that we go into next year when we are strong. How many secretary generals have announced that they have left the party and they have come back? A secretary general who has stood and said that he cannot work with the party leader should look for another secretary general. And then you sit here and pretend that we will bring those people. Bringing them to where? My friends, me, I don't sit in parties where people pretend. Let us be frank, candid with each other. If you are afraid, kama nyinyi ni waoga, wacheni viti zenyu, watu wengine waingie, tuendeshe hii chama tuendelee mbele. That is the honesty. If you don't like what I'm saying, you will forgive me. But that is the truth. And the people who are going to kill this party, it is you people who are still sitting on the fence. This party does not belong to one community, as my colleagues have said. This party, Raila, has been supported by people across the country. In fact, it is not even the 4 regions. Raila has been supported by Turkanas. Turkanas have been very much solid behind ODM. And so, my view is that we need to be clear. We need to be sure. How many soldiers are here? How many soldiers are here? Northeastern have been supporting ODM. We have 2 governors today from Northeastern province in ODM, out of 3. This is a national party. ODM does not belong to the Luo community. It does not belong to one community. In fact, ODM does not belong to Siaya, where we have a senator trying to fight with the governor. Governor trying to fight the senator. It does not belong to a family. You know, we have a party where someone, because she's sister of a party leader, she thinks she can also order us around. You cannot. We have supported this party. I know Baba has been a very solid leader. We must now manage the transition. Baba is no more. This is post-Raila era. We must be candid, we must be forthright, and we must chart our way forward. You cannot keep us back. Baba said this. Baba did not say this. Where is that Baba now to give us evidence whether he said or he did not say? He's not there anymore. It's 6 months. Baba did a lot for us. But we also fought for Baba. So if you are Baba's sister, please respect us. If it were not for us, Baba would not be the person he was by the time he was dying. You must know it is your brother who is the party leader. You must know Gladys Wanga is the chairman. You must remember Simba Arati is the deputy party leader. You must know Abdul Soman is the deputy party leader. And I am speaking to you with love. Without this party, you are weakened. Let us remain the way we were. This party, if it is strong, many of you will come back to parliament. Many of you will win back their seats. With a weaker party, it is harder, it is more difficult. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just spoke with love.
That was Mbadi. And I support whatever he did 1,000%. Because it has reached a point whereby somebody feels like she's more entitled to speak on behalf of ODM, to give ODM direction on what ODM needs to do and what ODM doesn't need to do. Ruth Odinga has been sitting on the fence. Her heart, as you can see the way she speaks, her heart is with Linda Mwananchi. Yet she wants to pretend that she's part of ODM. It is high time people tell people like Ruth Odinga that Raila is no more. And the party needs to move forward, whether Raila is there or not. Because this party was not built so that when it dies, when Raila dies. So, where she gets the audacity to come and start lecturing people, to start kwanza kupanga watu kwa ODM. Yet ODM has structures. If she feels that she cannot be part of ODM, let her leave Vila Kina Sifuna and all these other people. And I don't know, I strongly feel that Oburu Odinga is a big disappointment in ODM as a party leader. Because what is this entertaining? Why is he entertaining people like Akina Sifuna? Why is he entertaining people like Akina Babu? What is this you are entertaining people? ODM used to be a party that you either toe the line or you walk out. But you are seeing people like Oburu, he's just there. He's just letting people mess around with the party. He's doing nothing. These are things that Raila will not have tolerated. Someone like Sifuna could have left the party, angekuwa sha replacewa kitambo. Wacha kesi ikuwe vile itakuwa. You are still pulling each other back and forth at Sijui. We want to give him benefit, waiting for him to come back. Come back to where? The guy has openly defied the party and has said that he's not going to be the Secretary General of Oburu. What is he doing? ODM needs a fresh mind. People who are firm. People who understand the ideologies of the party. It has reached a point lazima watu wanyoroshwe kwa chama. Kama huwezi nyoroshwa, kama huwezi nyoroka, unatoka nje. Hii mambo ya kubembelezana na watu hii. People like Akina Ruth feels like now they can speak on behalf somebody that we never knew of her. If it wasn't for Raila, we could have never known that she even existed. Trying to lecture people who have been with Raila since. Where was he when people were struggling forming ODM? Where was she? I support what Nani has done 1,000%. Because me as a member of ODM, I know and I strongly feel that this party imefika mahali we need watu wanafaa kunyoroshwa. People need to toe the line. If you cannot toe the line, you can see the way people like Akina Babu are speaking with a lot of arrogance, mocking the party. These are things that Babu could not have done when Raila was alive. But they know that we have a weak party leader. Oburu is a weak party leader. Yes, he's wise, he's old, he's wise enough. But in terms of actions, in terms of being decisive, is as weak as it can be. Chama inachezewa tu, watu wanachezea tu chama. People are just saying anything about the party. And Oburu is just there. We need a decisive person. We need a person who is firm. We cannot tolerate this kind of indiscipline. We cannot tolerate this level of indiscipline. People like Oburu, people like Ruth Odinga, without Raila, he couldn't have won any seat. Tell me which seat Winnie Odinga or Ruth Odinga ever stood for na akashinda. We have a family whereby the party leader comes from the same family. Yet we see Winnie Odinga running around with Akina Sifuna and everything. And then the next meeting tena unamuona amekuja kwa mkutano ya ODM. Ana anataka akae pale mbele. Na akipatiwa chance kuongea, the only thing he talks about is how he should reach out to Akina Edwin Sifuna and Sijui Babu Wino and the likes. What level of indiscipline is this? If you want to stay with Akina Sifuna, go and stay with them. Hakuna mtu amekukataza. But the party needs to move forward. The party needs to go on post Raila. Raila will never be back. We will never bring Raila back. But the party has its own ideology. When the party was formed, there were ideologies behind it. Those were not the Raila's ideologies. It was ideologies of the party. So the party needs to move forward. Hii mambo ya kutushikilia, you are holding us hostage all the time. That, sijui nina nini, sijui the spirit of Baba, the spirit of this. The party has its own ideology. There are things that the party stood for. There is a reason why the party was formed. Those things are in black and white. So if you feel like you cannot align with that, kindly step out. Si kila saa kubembelezana ati sijui she's Raila's sister, wacha tumtolerate, let's listen to her. We are listening to her for what? She was never part of the struggle. Even the Winnie Odinga you are talking about, she was never part of the struggle. When Raila formed ODM, haikuunda your familia. He built a party that he knew very well that this party should live beyond himself, and he said it. So hii mambo ya kubembelezana na watu sijui nini, I support Mbadi 1,000%. And I pray that I wish he could have been the party leader. Hiyo party ingenyoroka kama ruler. Oburu is a disappointment, a big disappointment. He's making the party look like the party is losing its face. He's making the party look like it's losing its face. The guy has totally no decisive actions. If it wasn't Raila, all these jokes, hadi kitu yenye ilifanyika sijui ufungamano, Raila could have organized people and disrupted that thing, it couldn't have been there. The story in Kisumu couldn't have been there. Wangeingia na wangefanya rally huko. But look at somebody like Oburu, very weak. We need a strong leader in ODM. ODM used to be a party you can't joke around with. But right now we are saying anybody can come and spit on ODM and walk away. Kitambo you couldn't have done that. Ungemock tu ODM hivi kidogo, kesho ungepatana na vijana kwa ground. And you would have regretted. So, whatever we are seeing in ODM, whatever Mbadi said, I support 1,000%. This party needs to be strong. And we are not going to feel sorry at you because you are a member. You are a member of Raila's family. You are not Raila. We did not love the family. We loved Raila and the father. So, you, Ruth Odinga, Winnie Odinga, and any Odinga that is there, you need to prove yourself. If you want to be accepted, prove yourself. And you start by proving your loyalty to the party. Not dancing with us, and then kesho tunakuwa na kina Sifuna na kina Orengo, and then you want to come and lecture us, sijui Baba, if Baba was alive. Even if Baba was alive, Baba never tolerated disrespect in the party. I've said my point. If you feel you have anything to say, please put it in the comment section. But above it all, remain respectful. As I always say, you guys don't need to push your ideas through insults. You can still remain objective and tell us what you feel about the situation. And if you want to support this platform, my number is always here. Please do so, and it is what it is. See you next time.
The African Update.